the channel, my freedom-loving patriots. So a couple days ago, here in Colorado, the Colorado Supreme Court took up its first gun case in 15 years. And that's going to be House Bill 1224, which is the ban on high-capacity magazines. That looks pretty standard to me, but you know their liberal logic. It's a high-capacity mag. Anyway, so this law was passed back in 2013 here in Colorado. As many of you remember, Magpul used to be located in Colorado, and they said, if you guys pass this law, we're going to pick up and move. The law was passed, they picked up and moved. And so I really like Magpul for that reason and support them for that reason. But before they did it, and this is back in 2013, like I said, I was just at that point getting into guns. I'm kind of taught myself everything as far as guns by doing research, watching YouTube. And so at that time I had, I think, two guns, a Glock 27, which was my first gun ever, and I had just picked up a Romanian Wasser, my AK-47. And so I basically fell in love with guns right away as soon as I started getting into them, and I knew that I was going to want mags for AR-15. And so Magpul offered a special deal to Colorado residents where you could get the mags at their cost, 5 for each household, and get them at their cost, and I think free shipping or $5 shipping, something like that. But it was a really good deal. So I picked up 5 and had my sister order 5 for me at their house. So I had 10 PMags before I'd ever even shot an AR-15, let alone owned one. So as soon as that law passed in 2013, the organization RMGO started fighting against that law, and it's been bouncing back and forth in small courts until recently when the Colorado Supreme Court finally agreed to hear the case. So the first case they've heard in 15 years. Took 6 years to get there, and so Wednesday was the court case in front of the Colorado Supreme Court. So I sat and listened to the whole thing, and I, if I'm being completely honest, came a little bit discouraged. The lawyers, or the judges were just grilling our guy, just kind of roasting him, the 7 judges. Each side got half an hour, then they got to the other guy, and it's like they took it so much easier on him, like we've already got our minds made up. So I'm holding out hope that this law will be overturned. I'm not super optimistic about it. I'm holding out hope. We're not supposed to get a result until, they're saying, late winter, probably early spring. I'll leave a link down below for the RMGO's kind of summary of what happened in the court, and I'll leave a video for that. They brought up quite a few things throughout the case, like the defense, or we'll call them the bad guys, said, well, we talked with 2 police officers who had a combined 70 years of experience and never had either of them seen or heard of someone using over 15 or more rounds in self-defense. And it kind of left me like, wow, what a big pool you guys soaked up that information from. Here in the state, so far we have 30 sheriffs who have come out and opposed this mag restriction law. That's right at half of our sheriffs, I believe, in the state. And also these same sheriffs have come out and opposed red flag laws here as well, saying that they're not going to enforce either laws, and they don't believe they should because it's unconstitutional. And so my hat's off to Steve Reams and those sheriffs who are upholding the Constitution, the oath they swore to uphold, and maybe these politicians could actually, and judges could learn something from that. So we're not supposed to get a decision until, like I said, late winter, early spring. But it seems to me so stupid that this 15 round can be totally legal, completely legal, and then yet this +2 to make it 17 is illegal. Legal, illegal. It makes no sense to me. A couple things Well, one other thing they brought up in the court case is that brief time that a shooter may have to reload, take time to reload, could save tons of lives. So I just tossed that spare mag in my pocket just loose, and I got my PPQ here, and it's been cleared. So say you're shooting, shoot, I got snap caps in there, shoot, right? Holds open on the last round. How long is it going to take me to throw a fresh mag in there? Was it less than a second? Right at a second? I mean, like, they think that's actually going to help save tons of lives, they say. People will have time to react while the shooter's reloading. By the time you figure that he or she finished up that mag and the reload, they're going to be already shooting again. It makes absolutely no sense. I want to be able to protect myself, my family, my loved ones, friends, those around me the best way possible. And restricting my freedoms and our mag restrictions here doesn't help with that. It's completely unconstitutional, and apparently shall not be infringed doesn't mean all that much anymore. So that's just kind of a quick update on the court case, what I'm thinking about the whole thing. I did a video on Monday, I don't know, a couple days ago. I'll link below as well, that had a good news story from our local news station about the kind of loophole this is all created and how you can still get these mags, which I'm not going to say if I've gone to any of those stores and gotten any of those mags or not, but how they're still available, easily available for purchase. So the only thing this whole law is restricted so far is our availability to get them online. So we got to pay more to get them at a store, or drive an hour and a half north to Wyoming, 2 hours east to Kansas, and get them there. But they just pull out the springs here and then sell them as a kit, and you can still get them. So we're just having to pay more for them. So it's just come to light for them recently that this has been happening. And guess what? Magically, over these 6 years that that's been happening, that they're selling these parts kits, none of them have magically gone out and murdered hundreds and millions of innocent people. So it's just another stupid law they're trying to pass to restrict our rights, and I'm over it. So that's what I got for this one. Probably rambling a lot, but I thank you guys for tuning in. It really does mean a lot to me, and we'll catch you on the next one. God bless. 13th, the U.S. Supreme Court did not hear a case because this happened in Colorado. Whoops.